Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to face the easy, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Marakakodesh. Divine to the apostles, bishops, elders, great millstone, the rule and teach for us. Shalom to all the sisters, I can pushing the truth, holding faith throughout the four corners of the earth. What shalom to the feast and sisters. It's listening and being obedient to the husband at home, listening in silence as well as to the one that are scattered abroad. I want to do this quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Marakakodesh. And Lord willing be edified about being connected, in the brotherhood. Me and a brother just got off the phone. And we were chopping it up in the spirit, talking about the things that's happening, things to come, things of that nature. Like how, brothers doing this ministry. And it was beautiful, man, to speak to another brother, see what he going through, tell him what I'm going through, and we breaking bad, and we know, hey, Yahweh Shai, he's in the midst of us. So I want to just go into get us some quick precepts about the importance of the brotherhood, man, because the Lord, He wants us to be what, be around brothers, be around, be around like-minded men, man. Because if you just we work out our own salvation with fear. Now we know the scriptures say work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. But you still need brothers to when you go off. Hey, you went off right there. He can help you up. When you fall. Reprove and rebuke you, as well as what brothers are there to teach you as we come in His truth as a babe. First of all, I was talking to myself and brothers. Our elders and our apostles and our elders and bishops and elders. Things of that nature. They nourish us. They teach us. That's why it's always important to be around the brotherhood, man. Because what we are soldiers, man. We soldiers for Yahweh Ba'ashmi Shai, enduring all hardness. So we gotta be around like-minded. We gotta be around the truth, man. Cause we in this battle, 24/7, man. So we gotta be around, first and foremost talking to myself, brothers, and not and if you can't, you can't always be around the brother, but at least calling brothers and things of that nature is beautiful, man. Cause you may not know what that brother going through, man. You know, so just hitting up the brother, this and that, chopping it up, that brother, it might lift that brother's spirit up, man. Help him, to keep continuing. That's what a brother is for, man. A brother is for. Scripture say, with a friend is. I just had it. I just had it. Yeah, I just had the scripture. Thank you. 17, Proverbs 17:17, it says, a friend loveth at all time, and a brother is born for adversity. That's right. So, us being brothers, us being like-minded, because mass majority, not only just 2/3 of our people, but mass majority of this world is what wickedness, man. We surrounded by wickedness, on all sides. So, as apostles, always say, we all we got, man. And that's nothing more than a 100% truthful statement, man. Because all this the rest of the world, man, these are demons, demonic, adultery, adulterers, adulteress, lustful, deceive, deceivers, like you. They're just degenerates, man. So it's best to be around, brothers as much as we can possibly be around, man. Because that builds our strengths up. But I'm going to hop right into it. This is Ecclesiastes, like it, verse 4 and verse 9. It says, two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. If one person falls, the other can reach out and help. But someone who falls alone is in real trouble. That's right, man. Hey, when two or three are gathered in my name, I am in the midst of them, man. It said two people are better than one. By yourself, you can only do so much. But when that's like on the job, man. Especially if you work in construction, you in a warehouse, you moving planks or you pallets or I said planks. Shit, you could be moving planks too, but pallets. Or shit, you laying cement. On a job or different things you do. Or any type of job. You have one person, okay, you can get the work done, but it's gonna take longer than if you have another person on the job. Hey, time is split in half, man. And especially what if you fall, a brother can help you and he can reprove and rebuke and lift you back up, man. But if you by yourself, then what? You'll just be like as the scriptures say, a bull straying alone, man. You don't want to have that lone wolf spirit. I can do it all by myself. I don't need a brother. I don't need nobody. That hating camp spirit and that webbing spirit. That I ain't deep. Independent. Do you know what that means? You don't want to have that spirit, man. You want to be, uh, using the ministry and righteousness sake, not in wickedness sake though. Always, we always have hard times and genuinely have asked for the brother, okay, kind, but just constantly asking, just using ministry for money's sake, the brother's gonna point you out on that, man. But that's what brother's for. He can, hey, you may need this. Hey, okay, kind of, we got this. Your car may break down. Hey, usually in the camp, we got somebody who know how to fix on cars and things of that nature. Brothers just have different skill sets, man. And that's, the Lord did that on purpose, man. So we can always help each other when different situations arise. But if you by yourself, then you can only what? You can only do so much, man. That's why it's better to be around, better to be around like-minded men, man. Cause being around the argument, it teaches you things, man. You may go through the situation where you have man. But then you gotta what? You gotta follow the proper protocols and things of that nature, man. Scripture say that things like that is gonna rise, But the Lord just don't want us to be continually in isolation. We know that we're gonna be isolated because as the scriptures say, work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. But as well, you have brothers that can help you when you fall, that can, teach you more and more things, man. Because for us to learn, we got to be taught. We got to go through the right procedure, man. And that's what getting in the ministry, getting involved, coming in as a babe, having teachers over you, having, brothers over you and things of that nature, man. It says, likewise, two people lying close together can keep each other warm, but how can one be warm alone? A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. Three are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken. That's right, man. The more gathered in your how about Shemyahushua name, the better, man. But with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shemyahushua, Shemar, Rakakodash, divine to the apostles, bishops, elders, great men, stone, do rule, and teach well, and shalom to all the saints of Aki and positions truth, holding faith throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom.